Okay then, guys. Welcome back to Let's Play Geneforge. I believe that last time we went off, we completed a whole bunch of quests, and now we're probably heading east of Valkyrie here to find the source of the hordes of rogue creations and eliminate it. And we also have this quest to kill El Ra. I'm not going to kill him, but I do believe he is in this direction as well. And then these guys are at the other towns, and we don't know about that knife. Don't know where that knife is. That's going to bug me if I don't know where that is. Yep, Doxy, School Key, whatever. Right. Okay, so onward, my minions. Come on. To Watchhill. I also could go up to the dry wastes, but I don't want to do that quite yet. Down there. Anyway, to Watchhill. Okay. Let's see if we get attacked right off the bat here, or if... Split in the path. Sign down there. Let's go to the sign first. Because I can. Then maybe we'll take the side path. El Ra's Fort to the north. Okay, well, let's go talk to this guy. Maybe. Combat. Okay, let's say Valid. Rogue Valid. Can't hit him anymore because he moved. That sucks. But let's put him over, hide behind the corner here, maybe. That's good. Can you hit him from there? Yes, you can. Acid. Aww. 11 health left. Come on, Fer. Yeah, take that guy out. Wonderful. Okay. Turn volume up a little bit more so I know what's going on. Okay. Oh, combat. Please. Rogue salads everywhere. Okay. Eat acid. Oh, that guy's almost dead. One HP. Ugh. Take out the one with 9. And then Thorn Spit him. Ugh. Missed. And he dies from acid anyway. So, don't know where that guy's going, but he is not getting past me. Anybody else want to come down to play? Obviously. Way over there. And my guy's, of course, just standing. Oh, he missed. 90% chance to hit, and he missed. Okay, hit him from there? Nope. So I'll just wait. And he runs up and dies. How lovely. Okay, let's try anything on the ground. Nope. Everybody over here. See, I think this is probably the only issue with having multiple minions. You end up getting stuck in close quarters. You're at the entrance to an old Shaper watch post. It is a burrow under a large hill. From the top, guardians and agents kept watch over the surrounding lands, looking for rogues and other sources of trouble. The guards lived in the warrens under the hill. It is a common arrangement. However, these caverns, not caravans. These caverns have been taken over by savage rogues. A cacophony of growls and grunts echoes out of the tunnels. Wonderful word, that. So, this is supposed to be his fort. Comment, please. Yeah, okay. So, as I was saying, if this is supposed to be his fort, then why are there rogues everywhere? Something doesn't seem right here. I may be killing him yet. The words Watchhill Barracks have been carved into the rock wall here. They are still barely legible. I'm not going to go inside just yet. I'm going to continue scouring the countryside for my map and see what the sign says. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh. Sneaking up behind me. Eat acid. Okay, to the sign. Was for to the east now. Okay. Maybe I will check out the barracks there. Just because if the fort is like to the northeast-ish. Well, no, I'm gonna follow the sign because chances are if he lives here, he's liable to give us a quest to go deal with whatever the issue is. Now it says the fort is to the south. Not sure why I should be believing all these signs, but farmland, bags of meal, worthless heavy things. Oh, oh, oh. More combat to be had. Rogue salad. Munch, munch, munch. 30 experience. I do like the experience. We'll need every last bit we can get. I assume this is the place. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a new save. Save 12. Surprised we haven't had any kind of guard servile. Can we talk to a guard servile? The entrance to this fort is watched by a servile guard. It is a young male at the peak of his strength and wielding an old and dented but still usable sword. He looks at you with the expected fear and uncertainty. Welcome, Shaper. I wish you well, he says. Okay, who lives in this fort? This is the home of Elra, founder of the Awakened. He has told us that you are welcome here, and no harm is meant to you as long as no harm is meant to us. Which sounds reasonable enough to me. Is there anything I should know about this region? There's a great deal of danger. The woods are full of rogues, and we don't know where they're coming from. If you travel, you should beware. Simple enough. If I wanted to help rid these woods of rogues, where should we start? There's a hermit living to the northeast. Her name is Sirula. Aha. She was a powerful fighter in Valkyrie before she left. She hates the rogues. She might help you. Okay. Anything else? You know there are lots of rogues in a tunnel out hill to the northwest. There are lots of rogues guarding the entrances, but they go out hunting a lot. If you waited outside, you could ambush the guards. They are pretty stupid. Right. I have any other questions? I know Valkyrie is to the west. What other settlements are nearby? The nearest settlement besides Valkyrie is Pentil. You can get there by going east or north. Okay. Well, let's go inside and talk to this guy. And then, that's a whole new different room. World, room, whatever. Onward. Maybe you can find like some shaper trainers here or something. That'd be nice. It's just a guard servo. Now entering Elra's Keep. This is a friendly town and you are able to rest. Wonderful. You enter the Keep of Elra. This is yet another shaper ruin, undoubtedly a massive barracks. However, the serviles here have done a good job restoring it. Most of the crumbling stone floors have been replaced with nice new wooden floors, and many of the tapestries on the wall have been painstakingly repaired. As you enter, you feel the eyes of many armed serviles on you. You are welcome here, but you doubt that they would tolerate any trouble. Wonderful. As you pass the guards, one of them says, "Welcome, Shaper, to the home of the awakened. Elra awaits." Guard points to the south. Okay. Looking for named serviles. Strange statues. Serviles. Don't see anything spectacular over here. Can't really expect to steal stuff. It's just a guard. Guard. Quick light. Wander around. Guard. And then that leads actually out of the... Okay. Passage here is caved in. The serviles have not yet gotten around to excavating the passage. Interesting. There are coins on the table. Sharp eyes like me looking for that. This is a large meeting hall. The awakened must come here for large sermons or planning sessions. It's kept very clean. Okay, we have a priest, I guess, if this is a sermon hall. Swan. This is the most well-armed and armored of all the serviles you have met so far. With a name by Swan? It's a he, too. Not what I was expecting. Definitely not a priest. He wears a heavy iron breastplate, and a large blade hangs from his belt. After sizing you up, he says, "I am Swan. I am an awakened and the commander of the warriors here. I train serviles in the military arts." Interesting. What sort of training do you provide? "I teach serviles the ways of war on Sucia Island. I also know some tricks that might help you, Shaper. Though I am but a servile, I have learned much in my many years of fighting here." Let's go with that. "I am impressed by your ingenuity in learning how to fight for yourselves. I am glad that you feel that way. I'm sure that not all of your brethren will be so tolerant." "How do serviles fight here?" "Desperately, and with a mix of our own weapons and Shaper artifacts. Some use mundane weapons, swords and javelins. Some use the living weapons of the Shapers, the batons which fire thorns. Some serviles have learned how to breed the batons together and grow the plants which produce the thorns as fruit. And a few use the crystals and wands. They are Shaper artifacts, powerful stones and staves, which unleash powerful magic. Powerfully. These are hoarded and only used in great danger, as we can't make more. Can you teach me?" "I'm afraid not. I only share my deadliest knowledge with my fellow awakened." God dang it. Probably have to do quests for, what's his name, Elra first. Another question. What battles have you had to fight recently?" "Of late, our foes have been limitless. There have been the rogues coming out of Watchhill quest, the roamers on the Thorny Fens quest, and worst of all, Warp the Veelish quest. Tell me about Watchhill." "Watchhill is just a short distance north of the entrance to this keep. There have been many rogues coming out of there recently, and we don't know why." "About the Thorny Fens. They are east of here, just north of the water. It is a region between here and Pentel, full of roamers. They are particularly cunning. They stalk their prey, waiting until enough additional roamers show up. Then they pounce." Roamers. I seem to remember roamers are... I don't know for certain, so I can't really say. Tell me about Warp. "Warp is a Veelish," with a name like Warp, but the Veelish, you would think. The Vilish are particularly intelligent creations, used for communication and reconnaissance. It lives in a ruin in Crag Valley. It hates us. It has roamer servants, which it sends to harass and ambush us. I have tried to kill it many times, and it always evades me. One day, I fear, I will make a mistake, and it will devour me. Could you help me destroy Warp? Elra and I disagree on this issue. He is an item which might help you destroy Warp, but you would have to be very convincing to ever get him to tell you about it. Tell me about being awakened. I can, but I will not. Elra is nearby. Swan points to the south. I teach about mirror weaponry. He is the one who teaches of freedom. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yes.